Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Lawns with Keeve YouTube channel. And I'm really happy right now, and my wallet isn't, but I got a new toy. And is it the exact same thing that I had before? Yes, to a certain degree. This is a Real Rollers Revolution 26. To me, the easiest to use residential mower on the market. It does everything well. I've had a True Cut 27 before, and if you go to Real Rollers, which are in Buford, Georgia, they're only like 25 minutes from here. Rolex is on the other side of Atlanta, not too far from here, but they have all the other competitors' mowers there to test out and use. Now, I was contemplating the Rolex 30-inch or the 20, I believe it's 26. I just don't like the bicycle handlebars. I don't like the bicycle controls. I prefer this type of control here and the levers and no foot engagement or anything like that. I just think this thing was well put together and it's exactly what I'm looking for. I love my old one, but it's 3 seasons deep, 12,000 square foot yard, double cut every other day. So it gets a lot of usage, probably 3 to 4 times the normal user's abuse. So that old mower is now going to be the scalping height of cut reset mower. Whenever there's a lot of sand, that's going to be the mower for that. You know, those rough stuff. And this is going to be babied because I was at the point where I was going to have to throw a bunch of parts at it probably. And it was better to just buy the new one, keep the old one and not use it as much so I don't have to replace the parts. I know it. I know how to completely take every nut and bolt apart and put it back together. So that's another great reason to get this as well. And this was going to be a purchase for next spring anyway. We just put the oil in there. We just gassed it up. We made our adjustments. We greased the chains. Everything is ready to go. You'll see video of that here in a second. We did a test strip to make sure the height of cut was right because they can vary depending on the grooved roller and all that kind of stuff. And I've talked to the guys at Real Rollers. I am probably the most abusive customer that they have. I come in more often than anybody else with problems, and they have warranty just about everything, even outside of the normal warranty period, because they knew it was a first generation. Always issues with first generations, and a lot of improvements have been made with this over time. With any product, manufacturing processes, everything gets better over time. Quite a few enhancements overall to make the experience better, the operation better, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll go over those here, and you'll see in a minute when we're in the garage kind of taking things apart and showing you how everything works. It's so easy to use. And another reason that I really like it is it's probably the best on hills. And I have a lot of hills, a lot of undulations. Obviously, this is the flat part of the yard. This is the display part. Now the yard's gotten thick. It is starting to float again. So verticut's probably coming again soon. And we'll get this, you know, cutting better. There's definitely a few cut stripes. This area, not so bad. The other undulated areas of the yard can get pretty bad. But we're mainly just going to stick in this area right here. Maybe we'll film some other ones, but the first cut, the first cut. This didn't excite me 10 years ago. It does now. It does now. So here's the old one and the new one side by side. Obviously, from a engine standpoint, both of them are amazing. Like the Honda GX160 is like probably the best mower engine out there. This drive shaft initially on the first generation, the keyway in here had the ability to kind of work itself out, and then this coupler would come off of the drive shaft and it would just spin here and not spin anything. So you'd be in the middle of the cutting the grass and this would just stop. And you know, I had to fix it a few times. I had to do my own thing until they figured out a fix. Obviously that's already on this new one. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'll leave that cover on there for now. The California Catalyst trimmer that I have, don't really like it. I don't. It works well for verticutting, but I don't want to use it as a backup mower, and it's a 20-inch. So I'm going to sell the Catalyst, and then I'm going to probably grab a Rolex verticutter. And that's the direction I'm going to go. The Rolex verticutter is like as a verticutter, and Real Rollers, they may come out one as well at some point. So I don't know yet. That'll be a next season thing. Obviously this season I went ahead and grabbed it because it was $500 off. I mean, that's a great deal. I figured we'll go ahead and buy it early. It's just like anything, especially outdoor equipment, no matter how well maintained you keep it, it's going to slowly degrade it over time. It's out in the elements. It's dealing with abrasives all the time with the grass. It's dealing with water, weather, all kinds of things. It just slowly wears down. But this thing is in great shape to me for 3 seasons, because this is probably, for a lot of people who own one of these, this is probably 5 or 6 seasons worth of abuse. And it's done its thing well, and it's done it so well that I wanted another one to be the replacement. I didn't go for a different company. I'm kind of happy. I'm about to go do its first cut right now. We filled it up with oil. We're gonna put some gas in it. Go have some fun. Oh, I love my Sure Can. Out of all the crazy ventilated gas cans, is the only one that's really been best to use, but not cheap. Not cheap. So I have all my cheaper gas cans and I use a transfer pump and I transfer them into this. Yeah, no drops, no dribbles. Yeah, first mow, no dribbles of gas. Let's check real quick how well the old one was still cutting. Is about due for a back lap. These little stands right here are amazing for this because this keeps the mower at a specific angle and no further back. Because if you were to move further back, you have the ability to get oil into the area where the spark plug is, and then it won't start, and you'll have to take the spark plug out and then keep pulling to shoot the oil out, get the oil back out. Wouldn't ruin it, but it's not good. It's going to smoke. How's this cut? We use index cards. I mean, it's still working amazing. There's just something about the first check of the new mower. These should be set up, you know, I bought this straight from there and went there and got it. So it should be set up perfect already. Oh, that's sound. Woof. Yeah. It's cutting with purpose. You can hear it. It's like a different sound. Of course, there isn't all kinds of grass gunked up in there. Yeah, perfect. Now we gotta get those index cards out of there. Come on, get out. There you go. Before we take it outside, I'm going to check the inside of this cover right here. And this tool comes with one. It's a 13 millimeter. And it's just this tool you will use a lot. Definitely several parts in here that have already been replaced. The clutch has been replaced. The chains have been done a few times. The chain guides have been done a few times. And this is another reason why I really like this setup, is because it's chain drive. It's a little loose there. Adjust that chain guide a little more area to you know, get it adjusted. And, you know, having the drive separate from the reel is another amazing thing, because you can just move around without the reel spinning, and you don't have to, you know, have the speed of the machine is what judges the speed of the reel. They're separate. So you can walk as slow as you want. You can run the reel at any speed you want. It's just so much better that way. You see the inside, it's all nice and clean, everything. The chain is seasoned, chains are nice and tight. You know, that one's kind of worn out, but that really was brake cleaned like 2 months ago. And it's like that. So this is zero green grease. I'll leave a link below, but I put it in this bottle that it came with because it's just easier to put on. But I am switching to red and tacky from Lucas because it's what I use on my excavator. And I just want to use the same grease for everything. And I'll just use the grease gun with a needle to apply to this, since I got the grease gun for that. And I just put some on my fingers. It'll get worked in. This not only, you know, lubricates the chain, but the plastics from the chain guides here, this constant friction with the chain rubbing against that plastic can develop some heat. This will help keep that lubricated and keep the heat down. And obviously that helps, you know, helps you from having chain slap, helps you from the chain getting loose. And the great thing about these is this is how you backlap. So when you backlap, you want to put the blades in reverse, use rubbing compound. And the way these work, they have an edge that has a groove in it. That groove holds the compound. So when it backlaps, it automatically kind of feeds itself. It's designed to be backlapped that way. And all you need is this nut right here. And then you spin it with a drill, it spins backwards. You can put that same 13 on here, and then you can work this around and get all that grease in. Now, a fair warning, greasing up like this is going to spin around. It's going to cause a mess on the inside of the cover, but oh well. So this is a drive chain for the wheels. We have the chain for the reel. That's a clutch right there that's actuated by that lever up there. As you do this, that clutch will open, engaging that to spin the reels. And then you have your cable here for the clutch that will drive the drive wheel. And man, it all works well together. All right, we've got gas, we've got oil. Always make sure, usually these things do not ship with oil, even when you get them from real rollers. They put them together for you to get everything set up, but even then, still no oil in it because it hasn't been rain yet. They're just making some adjustments. So, first pull Honda, very first time, flip the switch to on. Is it on? It is on. I think 2 pulls. Oh! Nice. I can definitely tell a difference, and look how loose the wheels are, and obviously it's how easy it turns. This one's a little more effort to push and to turn because things are tight and the way they should be, and this one is just kind of all loose. Now that was bad as well that I started up with the throttle down. I didn't even look at that, so it's another thing to think about. Start in low idle, let it warm up before you go. Don't just start up and go mowing. See? Now, one thing to always do is to make sure that the height of cut is right, because every machine can be slightly different, especially when the grooved roller has been worn down in certain areas and this and that. These are so easy to adjust because it's a single spring-loaded lever that you just turn one way and turn the opposite way, and it raises and lowers. So I had it at 1 inch on my last one. We're gonna set it to 1 inch, see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go up, and then we'll move it down. Make sure I'm not screwing anything up here. You see that hill in the background, that big hill. Some reels mowers struggle because the drum is sometimes smooth. This has a limited slip drums, so there's 2 drums and both are rubber coated with grip. So when it comes to going up hills, this has no problem. It climbs them perfectly well. Long hills, short hills. I mean, you'll talk to anybody, they'll say that this is best for hills. But the True Cut was really good for hills as well, but I prefer the rear drum more than the side wheels and tires that the True Cut has. And like part support stuff for True Cut's kind of hard right now, so I don't think it was worth getting one of those because I've had one before. I would get one again. But yeah, the Revolution just, it does it for me. Now price-wise, I think it was about $2,600 because I think they're $3,100 regular, and that's a big hit. That's a lot of money. But the $500 off made it better, basically paid for the taxes. I went and picked it up, so I didn't have to pay for shipping or nothing. So I ended up $200 less than MSRP after taxes. So I think that was, you know, you pay for good stuff. Making a slight adjustment on the throttle up the hill. I have to push a little bit, so I want to get a little more throttle in there. That adjustment made a world of difference. Just these little screws right here. It's very easy, no tools needed to spin it in and out. Just make those little adjustments that you need. Yeah, that first cut's looking good. I think there's areas of the grass that haven't really been cut this way in a long time because the adjustment on this is more spot on than mine is cut and got a little out of adjustment, maybe definitely on the drums possibly. But yeah, I mean, oh, look at the sun came in, look at the stripes. Now let's go this way. Man, I worked up a sweat, but look at that. I mean, it was cutting good before, but it's definitely cutting a little more than I was used to before because it's like I said, it's more dialed in. Now, I want to go over why I do a double cut because some people may be asking every other day why I double cut. Well, the undulations, you know, everything doesn't get cut right and it looks kind of weird, and some people are okay with that. And some people may not even notice it, but I notice it. So I do a cut back in the opposite direction to kind of even out the cut, makes it look better overall. And really, truly, this is my gym. I don't go to the gym. Double cut gets me twice the exercise. That's pretty much it. Cut this side of the yard too, but did that off camera. Yeah, that's looking real good. There's a lot of discipline and maintenance and routine. You have to cut every other day, every third day at least, unless you're using a PGR, plant growth regulator, which I don't use. I try to use as little chemicals as possible. And yeah, I mean, it's just, they cut really well. You just have to maintain them. And the more you cut Bermuda, the more you cut almost any grass, the better it grows, the thicker it grows. Like, that's the best plan that you could have for your yard. Outside of some fertilizer, cut, mow, 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 mow. So there you go. You check the links below for anything in the video. Product tags, discount codes down there as well. Links to my Keeve merch, links to my Cars with Keeve YouTube channel is down there as well. And I'll see you in the next video. As my scalper, oh my God. Biggest thing is really, truly, biggest thing really, truly is to, the biggest thing is, God dang it. Your motor, whatever, man. Just, testing the exposure. We just gassed it. We just oiled it.